Hello everyone, welcome to our today's session which is based on study of cast iron. In today's session we are going to study composition, characteristics and application of cast iron. Before moving over today's session, let's have a look on major outcomes of this presentation. At the end of this session, student will understand classification of ferrous materials, then composition, characteristics and application of cast iron, and classification of cast iron. In our previous session, we have seen this classification. Engineering materials basically divided into two types, metals and non-metals. These plastics, ceramics, composites comes under non-metals. Metals are classified into two types, ferrous metals and non-ferrous metals. In ferrous metals, iron acts as major component, and in non-ferrous metals, iron does not play role of major component. Then ferrous metals further classified into steels and cast irons, which we are going to study today. Here is categorization of ferrous materials on the basis of percentage of carbon present in it. If percentage of carbon present in iron is less than 0.01%, then material called as pure iron. Means for pure iron we have permitted the mixture of 0.01% of carbon. Then next one, if the percentage of carbon more than 0.1% and less than 1.8% or 2%, then it is called as steels. This value 1.8% or 2% is taken from two different books, but generally we consider it as 1.8%. Means when the percentage of carbon ranges between 0.01% to 1.8%, then we can call that material as a steels. Then third one, if the percentage of carbon crosses the limit of 2% and further increases, then the material is called as cast iron, which is our today's topic. First of all, we will have general information about cast iron. It is obtained from remelting the pig iron in presence of coke or limestone. Coke or limestone provides the carbon molecules to the melting iron. Then it is mainly alloy of iron and carbon in which carbon percentage varies between 2% to 6-7%. Then commercial cast iron contain carbon in range of 2.3% to 3.75% with other elements such as silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, manganese, etc. All these alloying element added in cast iron to improve the properties of cast iron. In this image, you can see the grain structure or microstructure of cast iron. Means in microscope how cast iron looks like. In this slide, we will see some characteristics of cast iron. First one is due to high carbon content, it is brittle and has low ductility. One or two things remember here. As the percentage of carbon increases, then brittleness and the hardness of material or cast iron will also increase. Means hardness and brittleness increases with percentage of carbon. Then one more thing remember here, whenever you will observe the brittleness and hardness of any material is increasing, then there is a chance of decrease in ductility. So brittleness and ductility inversely proportional to each other. Okay. So here increase in carbon percentage increases the brittleness of cast iron. Okay. The next point is it has good compressive strength but poor tensile and shear strength. It means cast iron shows the good result or good working life under compressive loading. Then third one is cast iron are easy to melt due to their lower melting temperature, that is 1150 degrees Celsius to 1250 degrees Celsius, which is less as compared to steel. whereas steel having melting temperature up to 1500 degrees Celsius. Means steel melts at 1500 degrees Celsius, and our cast iron melts at 1150 degrees Celsius. Okay, so it is easy to mold. In that animation, you can see how good fluidity of cast iron. So our next point is they can be easily cast due to high fluidity at melting point and low shrinkage during solidification. What it means? It is easy to cast. What does mean by casting? Casting is nothing but melting the material and then pouring it into the dies or mold, then cooling it, and after that acquiring required shape. So cast iron are easy to cast due to their high fluidity. You can observe in animation how good fluidity of cast iron is. Then next point, cast iron have good corrosion resistance and they are cheap among the commercial alloys. Cheap means they are having less cost as compared to other commercial alloys. Let's have look on application of cast iron. Cast iron is used to manufacture machine beds, pulleys, brackets, pipe fitting, cylinder block of IC engine. These are the general application areas of cast iron. So here is general classification of cast iron on various bases. Let's see it one by one. First one, on the basis of furnace used to manufacture. As I told you in previous slide, cast iron obtained from melting the pig iron, which is iron ore. That melting process takes place in furnace. So here in types of furnace, first one is cupola furnace, second is air furnace, and third is electric furnace. Fourth one duplex. As we change the furnace, some properties of cast iron may changes. Second type is or second parameter is composition and purity. In it, first type is cast iron having low carbon percentage and low silicon percentage shows the different properties. Second type is cast iron having high carbon and low sulfur. High carbon, what does mean by high carbon? High carbon indicates the high hardness or brittleness. Okay. Then third type is nickel alloy of cast iron or nickel alloy cast iron. Okay, so all these three types shows the different properties. Now come to the third parameter, which is microstructure appearance, which is more important according to exam point of view. In it we are having six types: gray cast iron, white cast iron, malleable cast iron, nodular cast iron, molted cast iron, and chilled cast iron. And these six types of cast iron are important according to exam point of view. And in our next session, we will study all these six types in details. Here we will end our today's session. Thank you. Thanks for watching.